Hey, Bass Pro Shop, never let me down. Pawn Shop, never let me down. Cabela's, please don't let me down. We headed in right now. We gotta get some line for our new lake. We here to get some line for Weary's Lake because the line that we got is too light and we got some big fish. We dealing with big game. So we're gonna go cop some fishing line and we're gonna see what Cabela's got. This is our Cabela vlog. Let's go check it out. It look just like Bass Pro Shop. Real nice. I bet they're gonna have big doors. Yeah. No problem. Appreciate it. Headed in right now. Let's check it out. It's huge. They got an elk on the wall. Deer, chandeliers, fireplace. Oh, it kind of reminds me of like Cracker Barrel, kind of. It's really big in here. It's nice, peaceful. This is like, yeah, it kind of give me like the Cracker Barrel vibe. They got a deer right here, a black bear. Let's see what else they got. What are these? I've never seen that before. That look like a goat, a polar bear. Oh, that's a mountain goat. Them look cool. I'd get one of them as a pet. A mountain goat? Yeah, that look cool. A white-tailed deer. That's an elk. Another elk, American elks. A mule deer. Never heard of that before. They got a lot of deer in here. This is a pronghorn. Never heard of that, but they look cool. Look at that one. I would get one of them as a pet too. A Yukon moose and grizzly bear. You see his claws? That look crazy. All right, so that's all the, oh no, they got more animals. They got all of these. That's a full-size elk. White-tailed deer. These are pronghorns down here. That's a bobcat. I think this is a beaver. Duck, duck, duck. Mountain goat. That's a buffalo. Oh, they got fish. What kind of fish is this? Look, that's what we going for, the bass. We gonna catch some of them when we go back to the lake. After we pick up our fishing line and we go back to the lake, we're gonna catch some of these big bass. That's a nice sized perch. He pretty big. What is this down here? That's another perch. That look like a bluegill down there. He big. Then you got the waterfall. That look really nice. What is that back there? Is that like a type of gar? I'm finna ask and see what kind of fish this is. And I believe this carp, if I'm not mistaken, these two. Earlier today when we started our fishing trip and they had them fish that was moving in the water or wild like that, I think that's this fish, the carp. But I wanna figure out what kind of fish, where he went. That fish back there, I wanna see what kind of fish that is. Excuse me? They got a fish in the tank, and I want to know what type it is. Do you know by any chance?
There's pictures that tell you on
the type of fish?
Yeah.
Okay. So she said they got pictures on the side that tell you what type of fish it is. Let's see if we go. Oh, here we go. All right, we got the bluegill, black crappie. Let's find a black crappie. He look hungry. That gotta be the crappie. No, that's the crappie right there. In the back, there's the bluegill. That's the crappie down there. All right. We got the bluegill, crappie, channel catfish. We found the bass already. Let's find a channel cat. He probably at the bottom. The channel cat. There you go. He under the log. That's the channel cat right there. Underneath the log, he chilling. He pretty big. Excuse me. All right, so we got the black crappie, the bluegill, largemouth bass, channel cat. We gotta find the smallmouth bass now. That fish is a walleye. I never seen walleye before. This is a walleye. We gotta catch a walleye. I never caught one of them before, but that's a freshwater fish. It say they get 2 to 4 pounds, how to spot, olive gray or silver, and body color.
That is dated.
Large clouded eyes. They eat small fish like shiners and smelt. So the shiner, the little shad that we was fishing with today, we could catch walleye with that. Okay. They got yellow perch here. We never caught a yellow perch before. So we got a couple fish that we need to catch that's freshwater that we never caught before. This is gonna turn into like a little river monsters. We're gonna be called weary monsters though instead of river monsters. We caught a catfish. We caught our first crappie yesterday. Well, a couple days ago we caught our first crappie. White crappie, black crappie. We caught the black crappie the other day. We still gotta catch the white crappie. We gotta catch our first smallmouth bass. And we gotta catch our first walleye. That's cool. So that's all the fish in there. That's a largemouth bass. That, I believe, is the smallmouth bass. That's a largemouth. How do you tell the difference between a large and small?
So,
How you tell the difference between a large and smallmouth?
My wife here is
I'm from Louisiana. I never caught a smallmouth before.
oh my goodness. Well, welcome to Ohio. Actually, there's two right there for
Smallmouth?
Yeah, that's a smallmouth.
the one facing us has just turned. It's
Yeah.
golden.
Uh-huh.
And the one you just picked at is a largemouth.
Right.
So the easiest way I tell the difference is the largemouth has that very identifiable dark
Yeah.
line going from like nose to tail, and the smallmouth is going to be a little more uniformly colored all
And if you
around.
look close on the smallmouth, they have looks like streaks of war paint just on their face. And the largemouth doesn't have that.
Okay.
Also, they have like it looks almost like a bone, but it's exposed plate on their jaw, their upper jaw, that sticks. You can see a plate back there.
Yeah.
It goes behind the eye on the largemouth. It
Yeah.
ends behind the eye.
Yeah.
On a smallmouth, it doesn't
Cool.
go that far back.
And don't the smallmouth kind of have red eyes?
They tend
Yeah,
to have red
they
eyes.
typically
Not
have more
always, but they
reddish.
tend to have red eyes.
And are these carp?
So this is a carp, which is an exotic invasive. They're not from here. They're from
Okay.
Asia.
Okay.
This is a native fish called a buffalo. That's a smallmouth buffalo.
Okay.
And they occupy the same niche ecologically. So they eat basically the same stuff. They live in basically the same waters. But because these breed much more prolifically, they have displaced the buffalo, so they're less common.
Wow, cool. And can you catch these freshwater?
Yeah.
I think they eat like vegetation, right?
They do, and people used to eat them. So everybody says they're no good to eat. We eat a ton of carp. They're good, especially if you can
prepare
them.
them properly.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you prepare them properly, like we pressure can them because they have little thin bones in them that you can't get out. When you pressure can, the bones go soft like in canned salmon, and we use them like salmon. We use them in fish cakes and
Bottom
everything.
feeder.
Cool.
It's real good, but they're real popular to bow fish for. But you can catch them on a hook and line too.
What do you catch them with? Like, what would you fish with?
Corn.
Corn?
So you get canned corn from
That'd be
Kroger,
cool.
and you just throw a handful of corn out in the water, and then you get
It is,
no
I know.
sinker. No, they have real sensitive mouths, so they'll feel the line. No sinker, no bobber, just a small hook. I like a number 8 octopus hook.
Line going across.
Put that with 2 or 3 kernels of corn and cast it into the middle of where you dropped your corn at.
That'd
And when
be
they come
cool.
through, they graze like a cow, and they'll pick it up and set the hook and reel them in.
Yep.
That'd be cool catching our first carp.
And they get big. Like that's not a big one. They get up to like 40, 50 pounds
Wow.
at times.
So that'd be good eating then.
Yeah, they can be.
Nice. Absolutely. This is my first time at Cabela's. I'm used to Bass Pro Shop.
Oh, no kidding.
So I wanted to come here and vlog.
So welcome to Ohio, man.
Absolutely,
Did
I
hear
appreciate
you're
it.
looking to catch some walleye?
Yeah, I never caught one of those either.
They're very good eating. I grew up on
Very
Lake
good.
Erie, and I'm
We've
very
got-
familiar with walleye.
We're
They're
friends.
awesome.
We're friends with a charter captain up in Lake Erie.
Okay.
He does really good work. If you're looking for anybody.
Cool. How would I contact him? Does he have a social media?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. It's Wild Water Charters.
Okay.
And he might be open this weekend. He's got a couple open.
He is. I think he's open on the 14th.
He might be open this weekend then.
Okay.
So and he's really good. We've gone with him several times, and we always get a limit. That's him. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Carl Reams. He's a good guy.
So you just give him a call and set an appointment,
yeah.
and he'll take you out on the boat.
He'll take you out.
I'd give him a call today and find out if make sure he's not like
Booked up or
get it
anything
before
like
anybody
that.
else books it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. And Lake Erie, is that like?
That's the Great Lake.
That's with the Great Lake.
Up
That's
on
north.
the-
That's about
yeah.
2.5 hours, 2 hours north of here.
2.5.
Yeah.
So that should be something to go to, right?
Yeah,
That's really
absolutely.
important.
A lot of fish
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's
he's-
sort of like the place to fish in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carl is located near Sandusky, so right near Cedar Point.
Okay. Nice.
That area. It's
That's around
actually
Cleveland?
Yeah.
West,
Well,
west
ish,
of Cleveland
west of
by
Cleveland.
like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking, Cleveland's more northeast and Sandusky's more northwest.
Okay. Sounds good. Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your
Enjoy,
name?
man. Evan.
Nice to meet you, Malachi.
Nice to meet you,
Liz.
Malachi.
Nice to meet you, Liz.
Nice to meet you.
How your name? What's your name? Rowan. Nice to meet you. Y'all have a great one.
Yeah.
Thank
have
you,
a good
you
one,
too.
man.
Thank you. So, Lake Erie will be a great experience to go and check out. And we still gotta catch walleye. We gotta catch a carp. So we could go pick up some corn, some kernel corn from the store, and we could catch a carp. That'd be cool. Catch our first carp. So this is the archery section over here. They got the artificial deer, turkey. That's a target practice, archery. That's everything bow. So that'll be cool to practice with. Love bow fishing. This bow fishing right here. They got your little fishing pole that'll come with it, come with your bow. This is cool. So they use these for the redfish. They also use these for the carp as well too. I just found that out. And they got your little attachment, spin doctor, crossbows. So they got bow and arrows and crossbows. These are the crossbows right here. They got a nice selection as well too. These your bows, your normal bows. And these is your bow fishing. This is for bow fishing right here. Come with your rod. Bow fishing would be really cool. Everything archery related. I think these glow in the dark. What that say? Lighted carbon arrows. So these arrows you could shoot in the dark. Really cool. Everything bows over here. These some nice arrows right here. That'd be cool. They got a tree. They got mounts for your rifle, mounts for your goggles. They got deer stands back here. This the hunting section over here. This gonna be everything hunting. Your ammo. So fishing probably gonna be on the opposite end or ahead. Oh, they got pans up there too. This is all your mounts. We got some mounts, earmuffs. Cool. Nice mount right there. This for shooting skeets, like the clay skeets. That's for target practice. That'll be cool to practice with. These weighted mounts right here. They got a lot of stuff in here. This like perfect for sportsmen. Like anything sports related. Outdoors, hunting, fishing, things like that. It'll be awesome. And then they got the deer cameras over here. Check out some deer cameras. And the ones with the little antennas, you could connect directly to your phone and you could get pictures directly. Like when the deer cross the camera, you could get immediate pictures from when the deer crossing. So you get to learn the times that they coming and that they feeding for deer season. And they got all the cameras. This is a solar power one right here. Yeah, they definitely got the setup. going on. This is salt block. They get their minerals. This is another good one for when they want to eat a little something. They probably got, let's say that's an apple, corn. They probably got another one nearby with molasses. These are deer feeders, deer stands. Yeah, Cabela's got just about everything. They got a nice selection. They got time deer feeders as well. I really might need to get one of these for when we go to the country and we put some corn down for the deer. That'll be nice. Like pick up like 2-3 cameras and get a nice deer feeder for when we go out. That'll be cool. We need to take a trip to the country soon and go feed the deer. We gotta see when the deer season is. I'm finna look it up. They got blinds right here. And I always wanted to go turkey hunting. I've never been turkey hunting before. I like turkey. I like turkey a lot. They got grills over here. So they got just about everything. Make some turkey jerky. Shades. We gotta find the fishing section. That's what we're looking for. This is a pretty big store though. And they got glazed pecans, fudge. So yeah, this is not too far from Bass Pro Shop. They got just about everything Bass Pro Shop got. Got the Bass Pro Shop spring water. Cool. They got the taffy, jerky. Yeah, they got the setup going on. So we're making our way out to the fishing section right now. They got a nice size fishing section. And then they got camping as well too. Let's go ahead and check it out. A couple more grills or smokers. They got a seasoning aisle. Cabela's got their own seasonings. What? We might need to do a little vlog on trying Cabela's sweet rub rub. They got everything. Liquid smoke. Oh yeah. They got it going on. Jerky making kit. We can make us some jerky. Prime rub. Ultimate package. Oh yeah. They got maple jalapeno. Hickory. They got everything. We was just talking about the jerky and they got that too. They got everything we need. Mandarin teriyaki. Sausage making kit, bacon cure. That's more jerky. Original blend. Yeah, they got everything we need here. And these is the dehydrators, if I'm not mistaken. That's how you dehydrate your meat to turn it into jerky. Yep, that's the dehydrator. Cabela's dehydrator. That's a sausage stuffer. This is how you process your animals. Like I always wonder how you could like catch a deer and process it. This is how. Get one of these, like making sausage. You get like all the seasonings that you want. They got more over here. Get all the seasonings that you want. Put them in. What they say this is? Commercial grade grinder. So this is how you grind your meat up and you mix it. Grind your meat up, mix it with your seasonings that you want, and then you get your machine over here. You get your machine right here to make your sausage links. That'll be cool. And this is for cutting turkey. We could process turkey. We could process anything. Deer, turkey, duck, whatever we want, we could process it. Make sausage, jerky. We could make like turkey slabs where we could cut it up and make little strips of turkey meat. That'll be cool. We could make burgers. This is another grinder. You can make burgers. Oh, that'll be so cool. Like that's a real like catch and cook. We could do all that. This is an old school. Well, it's a new old school ice cream machine. They got the old school ones for real in the country. We go to the country and get one of the ones from 1960, 1970. They got them up there. But it'll be real cool. Like we start vlogging outdoors and just making like content like that. It'll be really cool. We can make our own burgers, make our own jerky. We can make our own sausage links. like go turkey hunting, stuff like that, it'd be fire. Make just about anything. And they got everything right up in here in Cabela's. This is a really good experience. I like how they got everything set up, nice, neat, organized. It's nice in here. They got Abu Garcia, Ugly Stick. Never heard of this before. Fluenger. You got the Charlene line. Fresh baits. Let's see what kind of baits they got. Say minnows, shiners, chubs, night crawlers, big worms, mealworms, big red worms, wax and mealworms. Okay. So they got all the worms. Got all the line. Let's see if we can find us a nice line before we go back out on the water. Fluorocarbon, Excel. Like, we looking for big game. Let's find some big game braid. I usually stick to like Charlene or Berkeley. This is 4-pound test right here. We're gonna probably need like 25, 30, 17-pound test. This should be good too. They usually got like a little string to where you could test it out, see how you like it. That's not braided though. I like my line braided. Braided line stronger, it's lighter. I like how you could cast it out. I like braided line. Let's see, 8-pound test, 10-pound, 14-pound test, 17. Let's find some braided line. And then another thing, we had a lot of hard plastics. We didn't have no soft plastic lures when we've been out fishing. That was another thing I was thinking about. The hard plastics was working though, so I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess we could keep using our hard plastics, but while we building our tackle box, we still gonna need to get some soft plastic lures as well. These the hooks right here. It's always good to stay stocked up on your hooks. That's catfish bait. Nice Gamakatsu hooks. Okay. Yeah, they got this set up like just like Bass Pro, so it's not too far off. Like when you part of the Bass Pro Shop family, coming to Cabela's is gonna feel like home. So it's not too far off at all. It's pretty nice. These some nice swim baits. This what the fish been biting on lately. And we did, when we went fishing the other day, we did just lose one of our swim baits, so it'll be nice to pick up a pack of those, like the natural shad color. They're gonna be on this aisle. Some grubs. Oh, this is a Bass Pro Shop brand. This made me want to start a tackle box. Yeah, Bass Pro Shop got their own lures. That's that electric bug. I remember that colorway. When I went to my first time going to Bass Pro Shop, I was like 9 probably. And I got this colorway, but it wasn't a trick worm color. It wasn't a little grub like this, but it was like electric worm color, and I remembered it. So it was really cool to see that, like, they got all the different colorways. Cabela's got a brand too, Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. That'd be cool, we make our own lures. This the Mr. Twisters. These is nice lures right here. The little grubs. They got a lot of different colorways. Let's find more lures. This look like trout lures over here for catching trout. And they got trout up here, so we could catch some trout. These crappie baits, crappie magnets, goat. This is cool. And this is like, I used to always see fishing videos of like the fish eggs. That's them right there. All the different fish eggs brands. They would catch all the trout on these. They got so many different ones too. We got a lot of fishing to do. All the little grubs. Little trout magnet right there. Trout, tear that up. Power baits all through here. We got all the power baits. More jigs, small crankbaits. This is a nice colorway right here. Strike King. That's a nice little colorway. That's what them bass like. Them crankbaits. That's what we was catching them bass on today, them crankbaits. Crappie. It's cool. They got everything. What is this? Hook, line, and threader for live and artificial bait. So this is for threading your lures. If you got an artificial lure or a live one, you could thread it using this machine. I never did nothing like that before. That's cool. You could try so many types of lures and stuff. They got spoons right here. All different color spoons. Wow, that's crazy. How many colorways they got? Check that out. That look cold. Yeah, they got everything you need up in here. Look, this what it said catch. I wasn't 100% sure because I never caught a walleye before, but I believe spoons is really good for catching walleye. So I just looked at this little, look at the little label. It say what kind of fish it catch. And I was just looking at it for walleye, the first one. Walleye, salmon, trout, bass, streams, lakes, rivers, casts, trolls, jigs. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to get on some walleye. If I'm not mistaken, a walleye is a really aggressive fish. Like catching it is fun to catch, so that'll be a nice experience going fishing for some walleye. They got the rooster tails. Rooster tails. You can't never go wrong with a rooster tail. That'll catch anything. Especially this colorway right here. That's a nice colorway. Little set right there, the trophy pack. Trophy pack. That's cool. Meps. Whiptail. It'll be wintertime coming up. We could go ice fishing. That'll be a real good experience. Like get some spoons and some rooster tails and go ice fishing for some trout. We just gotta find out what a trout at. I don't know. Some more right here. These are really cool. Turbo spoons. They got everything. We're coming over to the soft plastics again. Let's check it out. Yamamoto bites, Gary Yamamoto, Kevin Van Dam. When we did our pawn shop fishing challenge and they had that Kevin Van Dam spinner bait, this is his soft plastics right here. All Kevin Van Dam. We could do a Kevin Van Dam challenge, a Bass Pro Shop challenge. This will catch walleye right here. Action Tail series. Everything we need. They got the Yum lures, Zoom. More Kevin Van Dam. The Guggen baits, we gotta try those out. That look cool. That little design. Slizzard. You can't never go wrong with the Zooms. I like the lizards, the 6-inch lizards and the baby brush hogs, but that colorway will work. But I like, my favorite colorway is the watermelon. I like the June bug. Yeah, that's June bug colorway down there. This black sapphire, I heard of that. This the watermelon seed, that worked good. The all black lizards just work real good. So yeah, we got a lot of different lures we're gonna use to catch bass the rest of this summer. As well as this winter, we're gonna go out and get them. And we're gonna try ice fishing. They got all the lures. I want to try out every one. And of course the gulps. Look. These too. These some nice little shads that you could rig up with the mustad hooks, the 6 and 8/0 weighted infiltrator hooks. That'll be cool to fish with too. Nice little fishing challenge. These some nice swim baits right here. This is actually a really good size for some big bass. Nice colorway. Shad. Some even bigger ones right here. Mega bass. Mag draft. Oh yeah. This is how you catch them big bass. Them 8-pounders, them 5 and 8 pounders. These larger swim baits right here. We're gonna start us a tackle box up soon. More soft plastics. These are craws. Check out some craws. What are these? Swim minnows. Little artificial minnows. I like that pearl color. I like that the little shiner color. Yeah. They got nice colorways. You know, when I be looking at all the different colorways, I be thinking like, if I was a fish, would I be in the mood for, like, if I was a fish right now, I like that, cause that'll have the juice. That look like a little crawfish. That'll have some juice in there. That'll be cool. Minnows. These got really good action in the water. Tubes. Always good for catching bass. Oh yeah. They got all the tubes too. Nice pack of tubes. That's the crawfish. Sleeper crawfish. Raised tails. Excuse me. They got weights over this way. I like the bullet weights. Them work good for Texas rigging. We gotta try different rigs too, like Carolina rigs. I never tried a Carolina rig. We gotta start trying different stuff. Just how they got all the different lures in here. Trying more jigs. I was thinking about jigs when we was out on the water today, how deep that water was. And a bass would just come up and pick a jig up, especially with it being summertime and then being on the beds. That'll be cool. They got jigs right here, the Bass Pro Shop jigs. I'm looking at them. They got the different weights of jigs. And I was thinking about jigs when I just saw that crawl, because you could put them crawls on the back of the jigs as well too for more action, make it look more lively, like a creature coming to eat their eggs. Yeah, I like that. XPS, they got different brands of jigs. And we definitely got the waterways to fish out of too. All that water, covering all that water with our different lures, it'll be great. I would do jigs, swim baits, spinner baits, Carolina rigs. That's the weight at the bottom, and then, if I'm not mistaken, the weight is at the bottom, and you got your lure attached a little bit higher. That's a Carolina rig, if I'm not mistaken. Then they got wacky rigging. That'll work too with some Senkos in the water that we was at today. I've never seen no hook like that before. Yeah, they got a lot of different stuff for us to try. That's Crunch City. When we was in Louisiana, we was fishing with those. They had an empty pack of those in the woods, so them definitely catch fish. And they got the frogs over here. Check them out. Some nice little swim baits right here. Torpedoes. Yeah. This is a jitterbug. Torpedoes, jitterbugs. Cool. These the buzz baits. I like that size. Never seen that before. That's a buzz bait frog. That's gonna give off a lot of action. And these the Whopper Poppers by XPS. That's a different brand. Never seen that before. They got different sizes too. That's huge. Check that out. That's a double buzz bait. Never seen that before. And then these like the little old schools. A buzz plug. That's them old school lures. That's a normal whopper popper right there. Whopper popper, that'll catch a lot of bass. They got the artificial mice that you can fish with. Bro, that's so cool. That's so cool, bro. Top water mice fishing. Frogs. Spro frogs. Yeah. They got everything in here. All white frog by Spro. They got all the colorways. Pick up some frogs. Swim baits. Or crankbaits with lips. They're gonna have the rattle traps coming soon too. These are jointed crankbaits. Fire Tiger. They got new colorways. A lot of colorways. This is my favorite colorway right here. I was at Academy one time and they had a real small little swim bait like this. It had the lip on it and everything. It was a little bit smaller, about 1 inch long. I caught my first bass off that lure. I'm gonna see if I can find it right quick. See the lure I caught my first bass on. This bait right here. I caught my first bass on this lure right here. I'm glad they still make that colorway. He was like a pound. Nice size. They got the Rapalas. More Rapalas. They got the craw colorway as well too. These the rattle traps right here. That's the crawfish colorway. You could never go wrong with a rattle trap. That's what we was fishing with today. I want to see if we could find the red eye lures that we just found at in a tackle box that we recently just picked up. This is a big one. Check that out. Them gonna catch some big bass. Oh my gosh, how to catch a big bass. And you see the lips on these, how these lips is slightly bigger. Them will go in that deep water that we was fishing at today. So we could stay off the top and we could aim for the bigger bass with crankbaits with bigger lips on them. They'll go a little bit deeper for us. But yeah, they pretty much got everything in here. All the new lures. That'll be nice. Get us a tackle box going. They got craws too. The Rebel craws. Fire Tiger. That's a normal brown craw. Yeah, bro. That's nice. Let's see what's up this way. That's the Z-Mans. So you will put this on a jig head. That's a finesse worm. These craws over here, raised tails, they known for craws. Put these on the back of a jig. That's what we're gonna start working on is our jig game. Get a couple of jigs and start working jigs in the water. We got a lot of work to do. More crunch cities. And then finesse worms too. We gotta practice with those and get better. They got a whole hour of finesse worms. And trick worms as well too. We got a lot of different challenges coming up. A lot of challenges coming up and a lot of practicing too. These some little snakes right here. ribbon tails. What inch that is? Like 12-inch ribbon tails, and they scented. Them might imitate snakes. They gonna tear those up. These are 7 inches right here. U-tails probably. And the culprits. Them some nice lures too. Culprits. Power baits too. I'm gonna show you what I used to catch bass on. Power bait I used to catch bass with. I used to have that red tail. The red tail one. This one pink. That's the electric pink colorway. But the red tail, I used to catch a lot of bass on the red tail. They like that. And they scent it too. I like the scent of the power baits. Bass tear them up. But yeah. And then let's see what we got over here. What are these? Bass stoppers. 3-hook weedless. Them pre-rigs that come with hooks on them. Nice little spinner bait. Let's see what this is. Big 8. Weedless. Okay. See, I never fished with little lures like this before. This is all new. All new. I never seen a lure like that before. They got hooks on the front and back. Yeah, it'll be good to just get us a nice, like, some nice lures together that we never had before, and just do a fishing challenge and see what worked, what we think we could get together to work better. Check that out. And just get a nice tackle box together. That'd be cool. So Cabela's definitely got everything that we need for us to get our outdoor experience, especially with fishing, trying out turkey hunting, and then processing our own foods like deer, turkey, stuff like that. Would be awesome. Getting ready for the hunting season. We got to get all our certifications and licenses. I'm thinking about getting my Opata sometime soon, like carrying a personal protection, and then also getting rifles as well too. I got to stock up on all that. Rifles, shotgun, need all of that. And just getting the setup together, doing everything the proper and right way. That'll be fun. I have a lot of fun. Any season coming up, we'll be ready for it. Bass Pro Shop hats, purple colorway, nice. It's cool. But yeah, we got a lot to look forward to in the upcoming seasons. And then, you know, as you grow and expand and you get into different sports as well, like turkey hunting, different types of hunting, duck hunting. I want to go duck hunting. You get to see new things. Nice little fireplace. It's a big fireplace. But it'll be great for us to like start growing past fishing. Like, we grew up fishing. Of course, we could keep fishing in our catalog, but grow to different sports, you know? Like turkey, duck, deer, of course. We got property. We gotta go to the country and take care of the property. We could go deer hunting soon. It's a lot to do. But it's all about just getting organized and really planning and setting goals. That's what I need to do. Start pushing content out, setting goals to get things done, and get ready for these different seasons coming up. Because, I mean, we got all the tools here at Cabela's. We just got to get right. We got to get right, get our tools together, and start going on these adventures and these trips and have a lot of fun doing different things. But it's a lot to look forward to in the sportsman aspect of making content. And then just food too. That's my funnest part. You know, I like eating. I eat all day. Like how we be going on the little mukbangs. We be going on mukbangs, be eating all kinds of stuff. Imagine catching our own food, processing it, and cooking it. That'd be crazy. And then we could get a freezer. We could get a deep freezer, and we could start putting like different stuff in the deep freezer. And you know, Duck Commander, we could get the triple threat duck little horn that they made. We could We could make a vlog for that. Cause they made the triple threat. Duck Commander, they made the triple threat duck call. So we got a lot of stuff coming up that we need to do. We got a lot to work on and a lot to grow within. I know I'm talking a lot, but this concludes the Cabela's. This concludes the Cabela's review. We had a great experience. It definitely gave me the vibe of Bass Pro Shops, and I'm definitely looking forward to a future here at Cabela's. Yeah, but we're gonna definitely have fun with a lot more lures and different things that come as we grow within the outdoors. So it'll be cool and a nice experience too. Then we could go kayaking, but that's a whole different story. We're gonna get to that on the next vlog. See you on the next one.